Beepsoft Industries. In. Okay, let's see what we got. This game, yep. Wednesday, November 11th, 2026. Oh, in the future. 4:25 p.m. Oh, this is a bop. The sun is low in the sky, unsurprisingly for this time of day, this time of year. Each November, as the sun sets earlier, you feel your body ache more. Oh no, they're old like us. Deep in the bones, the muscles, the joints especially. You weren't made for this. The southern Illinois weather. Oh god, they're Midwestern! That's probably why you left after high school. A part of it, there's a lot of reasons. You weren't living here anymore. I'm sorry, or a part of it. It's been long enough that the feeling feels like a memory underwater. It's not that cold, but being far from anybody it's not that cold, but being far from any body of water makes the air dry enough that your nose bleeds at night. Being back here makes old injuries throb. You take a deep breath and let it out haltingly. You drop your backpack on the ground and stare off into the middle distance. It's the font that's fucking me up. No, don't lie, I'm just bad at reading. The wind whips your hair around your face. As night falls, the temperature will drop from comfortable in your jeans and flannel to needing to put on your beanie to prevent constant shivering. You stick your hands in your pockets, idly rubbing the seams where the jeans and the cloth fabric meet. Until the man next to you clears his throat and you snap your attention back to him. Gene is in a suit even after hours. You've never seen him dressed informally. You okay? Yeah, why do you ask? Oh, you keep sighing. Sorry, it's not on purpose. I'm just breathing. So, what do you need from me? Oh, I don't need anything from you now. Here. He reaches his closed hand out towards you, flipping it over and opening it. Inside are your dad's keys. The keychains are familiar. Cardinals logo, a bottle opener from Buckwater Brewworks, that new local brewery he likes. He liked that brewery. You never got to go with him, but you didn't see eye to eye on beer anyway. Gene wiggles his fingers, indicating that he's waiting impatiently for you to take the keys. I thought you might want these as they were. Gene looks at you with concern on his face. Something sentimental on him? What's this key? You point to the larger old-looking key. Oh, I didn't do inventory of everything that's on there. I just, he looks sheepish. I'm sorry about your dad. You stare down at the keys, looking for some kind of eureka moment. You finally reach out and take them gingerly. They're warm from Gene's pocket. So, the keys and... He starts to pat around in his pockets before realizing whatever he's looking for is not in there. 1 second, I'll be right back. He runs off in a really slow, older gentleman kind of jog towards his car. The sun is setting. It's 4:49 p.m. Somewhere a dog barks at a house down the street. Wouldn't be one you know. Lots of people around here have dogs. On the way back, Gene walks, and you awkwardly wait for him. He's carrying a small lockbox and some long, rolled-up papers. I was asked to give these to you, too. It was in the safe deposit box. He places the stuff in your hands and wipes his palms on his pants. As you look at the items, none of them seem familiar. The lockbox has a combination lock on it, and the box looks very old and fragile, but the lock is new. The lock uses letters, not numbers, as you'd expect. The documents are rolled tight, but the texture looks like drafting paper. What's this stuff? It's the stuff from the safety deposit. Well, thank you, Gene. I know that. You hear him mutter under his breath. I swear I just said that. You know, you have no obligation to stay here. Sell the house if you want. I can help. You shrug. You probably will sell the place so you can go back home. This is not your home anymore. But you need to think about it first. Anything else you need? No, I'm good. Great. He starts to walk away from you slowly. Gene gets to his car and opens the door. Before he fully sits down, though, he calls out to you one last time. Hey, kid. I couldn't find that snow globe you mentioned. To be honest, though, I didn't look very hard. He sits down in his car and gives you a curt wave. You give a small Midwestern head nod and watch him drive away. I know exactly the nod. A lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. Way more than it should be for you to get your feet to move to the porch. But eventually, you use the keys to make your way into the house. Once you're inside, a little relief washes over you. It's short-lived, though. You put your backpack in your old bedroom and plan to sleep there. There's a guest room, but your bedroom is just how you left. It's just, oh my god, read, clown, read! You place the lockbox and papers down on the dining room table. You take a good look at the lock. What could the combination be? Swirl the dial randomly. If only Dad hadn't died so suddenly, you think to yourself for the 20th time. There's a lot of options, though. The dial has a full alphabet on it. For fun, you try your name, but the lock doesn't budge. You'll come back later when you have a better idea of what fate saddled you with figuring out. Dramatic much? Well, Dad died and now you're here, stuck with the family burden of cleaning out this house and now solving this lockbox mystery. You stand in the middle of the living room. It feels really dark and gloomy even with the lamp on, so you brave turning on the ceiling light. Actually, the overhead light's overwhelming, but it's not enough to shake this feeling. You go around the house turning on all the lights. Your stepmom would have been pissed at you for doing this, but she's not here. The heat isn't on, and while you don't need it now, you will soon. You find the panel and turn it on. The heat kicking on smells a little like burning. Yep, but it's a familiar smell. That means you gotta clean out your air ducts. You got dust in there. The apartment you live in San Diego doesn't have a system like this. You don't really need one there as the weather doesn't have the same extremes. But the smell is almost nostalgic, and this plus the lights being on makes you feel more at home. It's weird being alone here. Your dad was always home when you lived here. He was an early adopter to working at home. It meant that he was always home to help you out, even after Sandra came into the picture. Are you sure he actually helped you? Didn't Grandma take care of you most of the time? The dining room is always where the last beams of light come in. The window faces west, but there's not much sunset to watch through the trees tonight. You sit at the table and eat the protein bar you bought at the airport. It tastes like chalk, but mint chocolate chip chalk. It's fine. There's a lot worse things happening right now. After you're done, you take a lap around the house, making sure nothing seems too out of place. The wall of books smells just as it did, a tendril of rotten mold, almost inviting. Most of them are leather-bound, older than you. It's weird how a library can smell like a garden, but everything looks mostly the same. It's hard to decide what next steps to take. You know you'll need to at least catalog the family heirlooms, like photos and journals, and you'll have to find that fucking snow globe. You asked your dad about it almost every year, and you're sure he made excuses because he broke it. But if it's not broken, it's probably down in Dad's. You hesitate when you think about the basement. Dad's dead. He can't get mad at you for going down there. Dad's definitely dead. But still, in the back of your mind, when you think about opening the door, you hear him admonishing you. You'll have to get it, eventually. For now, you might as well go to sleep. Before you go to bed, though, try and open the lock. You stare at the lock and try to force the code to come into your mind. Gotta try something. Oh, okay. You put in the combination foundation. You pull down the lock. It stays closed. Maybe you'll figure it out another day. Oh, I only get one? Okay. You decide to get ready for bed. I maybe should have tried Sandra. For no reason at all, since no one else is here, you close the bathroom door and lock it. The soap is still the same mandarin orange soft soap that was always in the bathroom. You brush your teeth and stare into the mirror. There's a small crack in it that's been there your whole life. You run your finger across it while trying to breathe slowly. When you spit in the sink, you make sure the water is running. The damn thing used to clog all the time if enough toothpaste foam got caught at the drain. Washing your face with water at maximum heat, barely lukewarm, helps you feel more normal. As the water runs down your face, a little gets in your mouth and it tastes a bit salty. You're not sure if it's because of sweat or tears lingering on your skin. Doing your full bedtime routine really gets you ready to fall asleep. You change in the bathroom with the locked door, still with the anticipation someone might knock. Your bedroom is pretty much the same as it's always been. You lie down on the bed and get under the old scratchy covers. You close your eyes and try and sleep. It's quiet. The heater smell has faded away and you've gotten used to it. But there's still something musty that permeates the vibes. I'm sorry, what? You start to drift off, but you feel like you hear your dad walking around in the basement. At first, since you are half out of consciousness, it feels comforting. But something snaps in you and you sit straight up in bed. You throw your blankets to the side and stand up. It's probably because there's no background noise. Your room doesn't have a television in it and never did. Before moving out, you usually fell asleep to silence. The only TV is in the living room. You could go to sleep on the couch. It's old and very broken in. It's probably the only option if you want to get a good night's sleep. You walk down the hall as quietly as possible. Even though no one else is here, you somehow have the itch in the back of your brain that you'll be bothering someone if you turn on the TV. On the way to the couch, you have to pass the basement door. As you walk past, you hesitate. This is where Dad would always be. You notice you're breathing heavily. Your eyes feel dry. You try to unclench your hands and your jaw. The door stares at you still. For some reason, you feel compelled to open the door. After a few deep breaths, you swing the door open. You look down the stairs. It's pitch black. You feel too nervous to even turn on the light. You listen carefully. Only silence. You force yourself to close the door and walk past. You walk into the living room. It's a little chilly in this part of the house, but it doesn't bother you much. The man cave, the scariest part of the house. You lie down. Oh my god, excuse me. You lie down on the couch on your back and pull the blanket over yourself. It's one of Grandma's crocheted. It smells like her still, from what you can remember. She died so long ago that it feels like most of your memories of her are a blurry mess. Except for her crochet and her knitting projects. The TV works, even though it's obviously older than you. You find the remote and turn it on. The room is almost pitch black, but the sound and light helps you relax. There's really only late night reruns to watch. Any apprehension you still feel melts away. Wow, I cannot read. Okay. Your arm falls off the side of the couch, heavy. You almost feel like you could reach out and touch Scotty. His fur, the warmth. But he's been gone since before you moved away. The TV doesn't have a sleep timer, so you turn down the volume a little and drift off. You've been up for a few hours. There's stale coffee in a can that you can use in Dad's old coffee maker. Coffee is coffee. You don't drink much of it before it gets cold, unfortunately. There's two kinds of things in the house that you want to tackle. Family heirlooms, like your dad's journals or the photo albums Grandma made, and furniture or things you can sell that didn't have sentimental value. Also, the basement. So that's 3 things. You'll need to do that eventually. You have no idea where to start with selling stuff, so you turn to the familiar. Look through the photo albums. When you grab the closest album, you notice it's the most recent one. Dad didn't print out a lot of pictures after the divorce, it seems. This album is full of photos of the 4 people in your family: Dad, Sandra, yourself, and Paige. Your dad looks so happy with your stepmom. Many of the photos are from vacations. Your dad was really reclusive for the most part, but did love to go to the beach. Photos from the shore of Savannah, the all-inclusive resorts in Honolulu. As you pick up other older albums, you watch Paige and yourself age in reverse. Tons of photos of Dad holding Paige as a baby, Sandra pregnant, their wedding where you were the ring bearer. You believe you were around 7 when they got married? But you don't remember. They look like they were genuinely enjoying each other's company. You still can't understand why they divorced, but since you haven't been living here, it could have been anything. Another album back, one more worn, has photos of you as a toddler. Images of you reading a book, sitting in a laundry basket. Only one photo of you being held as a baby by Dad. He looks detached. He's not smiling in his eyes. They look exhausted. But you keep going back, before you were born. Children do love the laundry basket. It's true. And finally, you find them. Photos of your mom. Something in your heart shatters when you realize you can't remember her name. But you keep looking over and flipping the photos. But you keep looking and flipping the photos over. They're all blank on the back. You believe this is your mom with her parents, but you've never met them either. They were also both dead before you remember. There's no pictures of you with anyone from her family, actually. No photos of you and her. No photos of Dad and her either. Just like she never existed. You stare into her face. You think hard, but it comes to you almost like it's placed there in the back of your mind. Catherine. Oh. Almost like you can hear her say it. She looks like you. You bet she wished she could have met you too. You feel a strange jealousy of Paige and all her photos with her mom. Before you even get to the photos of your grandparents, you already feel overwhelmed. You'll box these up later. It's Catherine with the K. Someone write that down, please. You look through the VHS tapes that are on the shelf. There's children's movies and stuff. You want to play them, but there's no reason. You also find a lot of recordings of your dad and grandpa. Thank you, Snacklebox. Appreciate it, Soot. Grandpa loved to record things from TV. There's some family movies, too. The shelf is pretty packed except for a few missing tapes. They're in chronological order. The missing tapes, one is missing from before you were born, and the other is missing from recent times. You pop in one from your childhood. It's a tape from when it's a tape from when your dad was teaching Paige how to ride her bike. You were in the late teens. Every time the camera pans over to you, you look sullen and unhappy. And you know why. At this point, you had clearly realized your dad favored this family over you. When you needed to learn to ride your bike, he hadn't helped. Your stepmom had tried, but you didn't want her. You wanted Dad. And he was too busy in the basement. But for Sandra and Paige, he was deeply involved in homework, driving lessons, birthdays. A twinge of jealousy leaps up your neck to the back of your head. It burns. Proud of you. Your dad being proud of you? No, he didn't know enough about you to be proud of shit. There's no way. Was he ever that positive? You turn off the tape and stare at the black screen too long before moving on. You go to the dining room table and unroll the papers. Wow, I'm glad he died. The papers are blueprints for the house. You don't really know how to read them. They're very fragile and you hesitate to completely unroll everything. You can tell one of them is the floor you're on. Kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and living room. The dining room seems to have been added later as the house is really old. And it's got more modern amenities to it. There's a second page that looks like the basement. It's not very big. You don't remember much of what's down there, except that it's one large room with shelves. The only time you went down there, that's in your memory still, was tainted by your dad screaming at you. As you poke around, you find a third, much bigger page. It's the oldest page, and it's faded so much that understanding any of the markings is impossible. At least for you. You're not a blueprintologist. It doesn't look huge though compared to the it does look huge though compared to the other sheets. It's possible the scale is different? Maybe Jean will know more about this. You look down at your watch and you realize what time it is. Your stomach growls. There's a lot in the house. Some expired soup, microwave popcorn, animal crackers that your dad used to feed the crows. It's possible there's food downstairs in the basement. Your dad was kind of a prepper, and it got worse after Sandra left. But you want something good, something warm and comforting. Local restaurants are few and far between. The food delivery app on your phone says the one place that will deliver will take over an hour. You remember Gingham's Diner down the street? They always had really good biscuits. You can almost smell them. It would be quick to go there and grab something. You go to the front door and start putting on your shoes. You get one shoe on and tied. After you get over the heart attack you almost had from that surprise, you hesitantly open the door. It's a delivery driver. He's out of breath and you see what's probably his bike leaning against the porch pillars. He's got a huge bag with him, with a receipt attached. The receipt is from Gingham's. Hey, are you Paige? No. Well, do you know her? Yeah, that's my sister. Great, can you take this then? He thrusts the bag at you. You take the heavy bag and he immediately turns around. Tell her thanks for the tip. You look at the receipt. She sent you what looks like 8 weeks worth of diner food. Eggs, fried chicken, mac and cheese, multiple orders of biscuits with extra honey butter. Your stomach growls. You realize you're standing there with only one shoe on. Damn. Paige. Paige is a real one. You go back inside and put everything down on the dining room table. Opening the bags makes you realize they threw in extra pancakes and fries. This is a lot of food. It'll be hard to eat all of it. Unless you're stuck here for longer than you expect. You try and figure out why Paige did this. How did she know? You haven't talked to her. Jean's the one who told her you were going to be taking care of the house. You aren't that close with your stepmom or sister, and this is probably the nicest thing Paige has ever done for you. Maybe she's hoping you'll reach out? You pull out your phone and call her. The phone rings repeatedly. You grab a few fries and shove them in your mouth. When Paige finally picks up, she sounds concerned. Hey, can't believe you called me. I'd ask who died, but he already did. Jesus, very funny. One of us needs to be. I'm very funny. Sure you are. Anyway, did you get the food already? Yeah, thanks. You're welcome. Enjoy your extra honey butter. You gave that guy a huge tip. Did I? I didn't realize. Yeah, it was like 50%. Huh. Well, I had to call the order in, so maybe I misunderstood how much it was. Once I thought about ordering for you, I think I picked half the menu. It felt like almost an out-of-body experience. Hopefully it's enough food for the week. Oh, should be. Glad to hear. I know I can't be there, but I just felt like I had to help. Somehow. I hope it goes well. Let me know if I can do anything else. I will. Thank you. Good luck. So... ask her about Mom, ask her the lockbox, ask her about the blueprints. Hey, how's Sandra? Well, she's fine. I guess it's weird when your ex-husband dies, but she's not heartbroken. Well, that's good. I think? I mean, could ask me how I'm doing. Sorry, you're right. How are you? Not sure if you know this, but my dad died. Paige, please. Hey, you know anything about the house blueprints? No, why would I? Wait, why do you? They were in the safety deposit box. There's the main floor and the basement, but there's a third page that Jane gave me. You sure he didn't just accidentally give you the wrong page? No, this is definitely for the whole blade house. She's funny. She allowed to trap me. She is funny. She's allowed to trap us a bit. Paige is very funny. I like Paige. Maybe it was an extension he planned? Could have been from when he married your mom. No, the paper was really, really old though. It's almost faded away. Maybe Mom would know though? I could ask her. That would help. Thanks. Of course. Did you know anything about a lockbox that Dad kept in the safety deposit box? No, what was in it? I don't know. I can't open it. What kind of lock is it? It's got a whole alphabet around it. Like, instead of 1 to 40, it has A to Z. Well, if you can't get it open, why not smash the box? Why not just bolt cut the lock? Chill! Wait, if something... what if something in the box is fragile? Oh, sorry. You couldn't see me, but I rolled my eyes and shrugged. Oh, thanks, that's very helpful. Do you know what the combination might be? Try my name, your name, our last name? A unique word? I'll try and figure it out, I guess. I gotta go eat this before it gets cold. Sure, of course. I have to be honest with you, though. This place freaks me out. I don't know how long I'll stay. Well, just do what you can. No one can fault you for not wanting to be there. I know it's not typical for us, but call me anytime. You hang up, noticing your stomach already feels a little better. You should really eat a full meal, though. While you eat, you stare at the lockbox. Do you know the combination? I'm gonna try Catherine? Catherine with the K. It doesn't open. Fuck! You're surprised it's not your mom's name. Where even would your dad have left this information? Something in the basement, in his journals? You decide to get ready for bed. On the way to the bathroom, you walk past the basement door again. Is it slightly open? Oh, no. Did you leave it open somehow? No, it was definitely closed before. Oh, look downstairs. You push the door open a small amount and look down. It's so damn dark down there. You should take a step down. What? If you want to go down, you need to turn on the lights. You should turn on the lights. You feel around on the wall until you find the switch. You should flip the switch. You stand in front of the door and flip the switch. The light doesn't turn on. You flip it on and off. Nothing happens. You should go down there. You look at the stairs but are too scared to take them. Something cold brushes against your arm like a breeze coming up from the basement. You feel like something else is here with you. Is someone there? You feel stupid in the silence of the house. There's not really anything down there except bad memories. When you close the door, you make sure it's completely latched. You wiggle the handle side to side and push on the door, making sure. It's definitely closed. You quietly wash your hands and brush your teeth. It's so silent in the house. Almost feels unbearable to make any noise. No one would be bothered if you did, but it still feels wrong. You decide to just go to bed on the couch because you know you can sleep there. Once you've wrapped up in a blanket again, you feel relaxed. Warm, even though the house seems cold and empty. You stick your arm out the blanket and turn on the TV. The light flickers across the room. Ever since you were young, you had a hard time when you could feel yourself falling asleep. It was as if you could control the beginning of the dream. This really only happened when you were here, you think. Dream thoughts, something in the synapses flashing. My husband bringing me a spoon of something? What is this?
Taste it.
Oh, what is that?
Potato salad.
Oh, you make that?
No.
Who made that?
It's a store-bought one.
From where?
You like it?
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
Okay.
Maker's Mark.
Nice.
I'm shocked. I also got it on Amazon.
What'd you get at Sam's?
I got lightly breaded chicken bag. I got a container of green teas that you might like or CBC.
Nice.
And I got herb bottles.
Nice.
What else did I get? New hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this.
Nice. Sounds
I wanted
like...
to test it to see if it was good. I like it.
I like it too.
Awesome. Let's go.
Let's go, potato salad.
You said you hadn't found one from a store that you like, so I was hoping.
It's good.
Hell yeah.
Something in the synapses flashing chaotic. Potato salad from Sam's Club. As if you weren't the one who came. As if you weren't the one they came from. As if they were real memories, sliding away into the sounds of the murmurs on TV. Maybe tomorrow you can go down into the basement. Oh, it's Friday the 13th, baby. It's now or never. You've been going through your bedroom for a while, and you have bags of items for donating, selling, and trashing. It's been weird going through all your old stuff. Most of it isn't relevant to the you that you are now, but when an item has distinct memories tied to it, you take a little longer to ponder it. The nostalgia in the house feels a little stronger today, for sure. You feel more comfortable in the house than you've ever felt, even as a kid. You just wish you weren't doing it alone. You fill up another bag and then pull out the last one in the box. You wonder if your dad had more supplies down in the basement. You walk to the basement door and try the light again. The light bulb is for sure burnt out. You look through the kitchen and the bathroom for light bulbs and can't find any. There's also not a flashlight anywhere that you'd expect. You would prefer to get the light working anyway. You need to go into the local dollar store to grab more bags. Might as well get bulbs too. As you're putting on your shoes, you really don't want to leave. But you know you also need to get into the basement, so you go. The dollar store is the biggest store here since the big box chain closed. As you're walking through the battery aisle, an older man walks towards you. He seems vaguely familiar. You try and look away, but he stands in the middle in your way. Hey, you're Mark's kid, right? Yup. The old man grunts. Mark Holblate. You poor kid. What a shock that he's passed so young. Yeah, it was very surprising. You gonna sell that house? Straight to the point. It's been in your family since I was a kid. I'm trying to clear it out before I decide. There's gotta be a lot of nice antiques in there, huh? How about I come by tomorrow and take a look? Sure. Sounds good. I'll come by in the afternoon, and maybe I'll be able to get some cash in your hands. He passes by you, coughing profusely. You grab trash bags, batteries, and light bulbs. Luckily, the cashier is young and doesn't know who you are. The price you pay is half what you pay back home. No. Is this home? Here? Home is where you want it to be, hun. Back at the house, you set everything down on the desk and rip open the light bulb box. All of the current bulbs must be the old style. No idea where Dad bought them. It's possible he had a stockpile in the basement. We'll find out soon. Before you go down, you stop to eat some of the leftovers. The microwave doesn't have a turntable, so you have to rotate the food manually. What? Jesus Christ, how old is that thing? It's hard to take more than a few bites because you know what you have to do next. Deep breaths. First, you make sure the light switch is off. Then you lean over to install the light bulb. On your tippy toes, you're barely able to grasp the end of the bulb. When you brush with it, your fingers get a soft shock, like when you rub your feet across the carpet and then touch metal. You don't even pull back your hand. It doesn't hurt enough to warrant a reaction. After unscrewing the bulb, you walk to the trash and immediately throw it away. Not before shaking it to hear the sound of the broken filament moving around. The LED bulb fits the LED bulb fits perfectly and screws in easily. Another pause for deep breaths. You feel so determined to turn the light on. No one will yell at you. There's no one to stop you. It's almost a rush of adrenaline when your hand touches the switch. Haha! There was a small part of you that was hoping the bulb didn't turn on. But maybe something was wrong with the wiring. It's a very, very old house, but unfortunately, you can go down into the basement. The basement is small, but there's a lot of stuff in it. Your dad must have been more of a prepper than you thought. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. It's a good storage area, though, so of course Dad had all this down here. House supplies like detergent, MREs, canned food. MREs, let's go! There's a ton of half-finished projects like ham radios. Dad's desk with his journals, notebooks, and loose paperwork on it. Giant buckets of salt and heat lamps. Knitting and crocheting supplies that remind you your grandmother's use. I'm sorry. Knitting and crocheting supplies that you remember your grandma using in photos. When you look at all of the supplies down here, you get overwhelmed. You're not sure how much mental effort you can use right now. The day has already been long and you're already exhausted. Go through the desk. The chair looks so comfortable, and when you sit down, you actually relax. Under the desk, there's a space heater that looks really old. There are loose papers and envelopes all over Dad's desk. You shuffle them around until you find what you're looking for. Dad had a huge stack of notebooks that he wrote in, and they were always down here. You had no idea he had this many journals, or that he wrote so much in each one. There's also a family tree on old fragile paper. In the family tree, you see the people you'd expect. Your dad, Mark, is the last one printed in nice script. You think it's your grandmother's handwriting, but you're not sure. His two brothers flank him on either side. You barely know either of them. Uncle Roy, slightly older than Dad, lives in Florida, near Sandra and Paige. The younger brother, Don, moved to Mexico a few years ago, to Tijuana. Tijuana. Damn, I'm white. Tijuana. It's not surprising both of them went away from this weather. Neither of them had children, so really, you're the only heir. On the level above them is your dad's dad and brothers. You always called him Grandpa, but his name was Charles. His brothers are also dead already. Two of them died before you were born, and the third moved to Southampton in the UK. You remember visiting him once when your great aunt died. Only your grandma and grandpa went with you. There was a lot of tension between the men. You could tell, even at your young age, that they couldn't look each other in the eyes. And then above them, your great-grandfather. You never met him, he died before you were born, but you've seen tons of photos of him. The family tree doesn't go back farther than Roger Holblate. It's really weird. The family name seems to have originated with him. Maybe it is Holblate. Almost as if Roger wanted to start over. Beneath your dad's name, there are 2 lines. One leads to your stepmom down to Paige. Their names were written sloppily, likely by your dad. And the other side, the same handwriting says your name. Taylor. It's linked to the name Catherine, which is linked to your dad's with a dotted line symbolizing marriage. You touch your fingers to the paper, grazing the line. Above her, there's only 2 people marked. You assume it's her parents, the people you saw in the photographs. You take a deep breath and step back from the desk. You step back away from the desk to decide what to look at. You're tired, but you gather yourself up and keep going. I want to look at the journals. The notebooks are dated and you start with the most recent. Most of the pages have tables on them with numbers. They look like daily logs of percentages, temperatures, and numbers that you can't understand. The temperatures look like they fluctuate between 76 and 80 degrees, which mean it's not the weather. One of the columns seems to track something called SG, but you don't know what that is. It's written over once a week and seems to hover around the same number, 1.023 to 1.029. There's also a stat signifying LBS, counting down to 0 and then starting over again at 60. Once it hits 0, you're down to make a check mark. There's also some dollar amounts, but you're not sure what it means. The notebook also includes pages of actual journal entries. It feels a little invasive, but you read a few of them. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Hold on. I gotta lock in. So this was over 10 years ago. It's extremely cold this winter. I've spent a lot more money than usual heating this place. Paige has also been trying to come down here a lot. I don't know if she was just bored over her school break, but it's hard to tell her no. Sandra keeps her away. Sandra hasn't ever asked questions, thankfully, but she's been asking to sell the house since Taylor left. As we get older, I'm running out of excuses, yet I can't go. It's getting too hard to do this, to keep hiding, even though I need to do it. The undertaking is too much. But to hand it over, I need to get them out of here. I know it's going to take a while to get Sandra to leave. She loves me too much just to agree to a divorce. Honestly, my body hurts. Taking the supplies up and down the stairs, I'm just trying to stay prepared. It feels too personal reading your dad's thoughts. You skip forward to one of the later entries in the book. Sandra is gone. Page 2. It was excruciating to be mean to her. I was surprised at how sad I was about it. Not that I thought I wouldn't feel anything, but the last few months alone have felt like torture. I tried to accept that in order to do my family duties, they couldn't be here. Everything feels like dust. However, it's my mission to make sure Taylor comes back so that I can relieve myself of this secret. You remember your dad asking you over and over to come back home. It felt like he was having a midlife crisis, but you couldn't bring yourself to do it. There's a huge gap here in the entries. You skip to the final one. This was 2 years ago. I can't get Taylor to come home. I don't know what to do. He's still so mad at me. I need to tell him about the house, about the millstone, but I can't do it over the phone. I almost asked Roy to help with Abby, but I know he'd ask to take the place instead. He doesn't understand why he can't. It's not just the house, it's a contract. I guess I'll just keep trying. There's a huge gap between this entry and now, but the log still persists. Up until your dad's death, he was making every day in here. He was marking every day in here. No more personal thoughts, though. But who the fuck is Abby? There's still more journals here to read. You step back from the desk to decide what to look at. The fatigue is becoming worse. It's been a long day. I guess There's still more journals to look at. I guess check his projects. There's light bulbs and battery packs in the corner. You grab some and put them near the stairs so you can take them back up. There's a ton of electronics, some of which he built and some of which he bought. Ham radios, a refractometer, a newer looking kit to make a synthesizer. Your dad wasn't really into music, though. You remember him singing to himself a lot. Look through the sealed boxes. You see some gigantic boxes in the corner that say filters. They look like they're probably big enough to be for the house's water supply. There's also a huge bucket of pH balancers and water softeners. The water here has always been really hard, and you remember rings around the bathtub and your hair never felt clean. There's also heavy tubs of salt. They're labeled Instant Ocean and seem to be some kind of special formulation. There's also a few smaller boxes behind them. You push the boxes around until you find his old freshwater fish tank hidden behind everything. It's about 50 gallons. There's a lot of dust in it and fish-related supplies. Small filters, a lamp, tiny jars of fish flakes. You remember naming one of his goldfish speckles back in the day, but that was at least 15 years ago. There's still more to look at here. You know there's enough in the basement that it'll take you days to cover. You step back into the center of the room, wanting to look through as much as you can. You feel a little relief after looking through Dad's stuff. You can maybe force yourself to keep going a tiny bit more. Shit, okay. Check the food, maybe? You go over to the shelf and look. Look through the MREs, look at the larger cans in the back. Industrial-sized cans of Vienna sausages. You have no idea how your dad eats at these. He would make them every holiday and you never went back for seconds. The can is so big though, there's no way he could eat them all before they went bad. But then again, in an apocalypse, if it was his only food source... Next to them, canned vegetables, especially pickles and beets. What surprises you is the amount of potted meat. There's a box of tons and tons of cans of Spam. No one in the family likes Spam. You also have no idea how he's managed to find 4-pound cans. Each box has 15 cans in it. You know that kind of stuff lasts for a long time, but you can't get over the texture. You've never liked corned beef hash either. There's still more to look at here, but you're not sure what else will be relevant. You walk back to the middle of the room and decide what else might be easy to go over. It's hopeless. Your brain feels empty. It's probably a good idea to stop for now. Shit. Okay. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit back. Even though you were apprehensive about coming down here now, you feel better. Before you go back upstairs, you should decide what to do with some of these things. You start with the aquarium supplies. Your dad didn't have a fish tank, so you think... Your dad didn't have a fish tank? Oh, so you think first about getting rid of them. They're not antiques or family heirlooms, so who cares? You should not get rid of anything that is down here. What? Why not, though? You didn't have a purpose for most of this stuff, even if your dad did. But you do. Do you? Really? You guess maybe you thought at one point about having an aquarium, but you don't have one now, and it wouldn't be worthwhile to take the gigantic buckets of salt or heat lamps all the way home. Anyway, you'd go for freshwater. Those fish are much easier to take care of. There's a feeling that slices through your brain. Not painfully, but cold. It freezes you in place somehow. The supplies should stay here. You may need them. You shake your head. What is going on? These thoughts are audible. They're clear, like a bell shaking in your ear. The voice feels motherly, soft, and warm. Your voice is shaky, but you make yourself say something. Is someone there? Do you really want to know? Yes. I have been waiting for you. I am still afraid to show myself. I need your help. I want you to be sure that you're ready. You feel your heart. Did we have like a mermaid or a siren here? What is going on? You feel your heart racing. Words want to come out of your throat, but you legitimately choke, coughing loudly. There's a pile of items you want to bring up to the ground floor, but you leave everything downstairs in your rush to get out of the basement. Not man cave, woman cave. Much more. It's surprising you got out of breath running up those stairs. But you're hit with a rush of endorphins. It's not distress. It's eustress. Like when you get off a roller coaster, you sit down at the dining room table and stare at all of it, almost disassociating. After a few minutes, you shake your head hard, breaking your gaze. It would be crazy if they have like a ground well or something and there's just like some horrifying like water woman down there. I don't know. I'm trying to think of aquatic creatures that live in the Midwest in the dark. I'm sure there are some fish that do. You grab some food from the fridge, microwave it, and eat it in silence. You... Do I look like a water woman? You stare at the locked lockbox. Now's another chance. Holblate Abbey? Holblate. The last name doesn't seem to open it. Shit. Do you already know this information? Where would it be? Did you miss seeing it already? Oh, fuck. You feel extremely exhausted now, but very relaxed. You decide to get ready for bed. As you brush your teeth, you stare at yourself in the mirror. Your eyes feel tight like you were crying, so you close them. You focus on the vibrations of the toothbrush. When it stops, you spit into the sink that you know is there by feel. You're almost afraid to open your eyes again, but you do. There's nothing but your disgusting spittle in the sink. You wish you could open up that lockbox. There might be something important in there. So, bed, yes. Let's go to bed. The couch's stair is starting to feel like it has a groove for your body. You stick your arm out of the blanket and turn on the TV. You're lulled to sleep yet again by the TV noises. You haven't felt like going back into the basement all day. Yesterday was like getting a grain of sand in your clam chowder. Inevitable, but still grosses you out every time. Everyone just eats that piece of sand, don't we? No one stops and spits it out. As you're moving things around in the house, the doorbell rings. It's the old man. He's got a notebook with him and little glasses. You're more of a bird woman. But you know how sirens were originally... Ah, I see. Hey there, kiddo. You mind if I walk around and look at stuff? If you want to follow me around and make sure I'm not stealing anything, you can. But I'm gonna be slow, so get ready to be bored. It's fine. Don't worry. He winks at you. I'm gonna take some pictures and make you a list. He walks into the kitchen and starts making notes and taking photos with one of those small digital cameras. You watch him shuffle away and then get back to looking through your dad's bedroom. After a bit, he finds you in your bedroom, putting things into bags still. Hey, lots of good stuff in here. Want to meet me outside so we can talk about it? You follow him out to the front porch. Sorry, it's quite stuffy in there. I feel like I want to leave the moment I walk in. You know that feeling. See something that caught your eye? Yeah, you've got a few appliances that are really old. Antique old, not low quality. Son, you know what antique means. Oh. Vintage? No, that's more for recent collectible things. But I'm talking about something from my dad's generation. I mean, some of it's more modern, but could be worth a lot. The toaster is one of the older mechanical ones, not the electric ones. Oh, and the coffee maker. Oh, you can't have that. I guess you're a caffeine addict. That's fine. He scratches something out in his book. Here. He extends a shaky arm and hands you the small notebook. You look over the list. It seems like he mostly wants the larger furniture. It would really help you to have it out of there. Even if you didn't sell the place, it would be nice to change it up. The back bathroom could be remodeled, raise the property value somewhat, could shake out some of your shame and memories, might make you want to stay. It could be nice to be a homeowner. Ah, it's trapping you. The old man clears his throat and shakes you out of your, I fucked that word up so bad. I can have my son bring his truck by in an hour or so to pick it all up. Have him come and I'll decide. If you have any objections, let me know. When you were looking around, did you see a snow globe? No, but I wasn't particularly looking for one. I'll be right back. I'll get the kid over here so he can carry this for me. I'm not as young as I used to be. He chuckles to himself. And obviously, you know, I'll pay you for everything we take. He pulls out his phone and starts walking away from the porch. Hey, Johnny, come by. Bring the big truck. Do you know if the boxes are still in the back? As he gets further away, you sit down on the step. You feel less tired, less foggy, out here on the porch. It's like your brain is waking up just a little. The old man eventually comes back and sits on the porch with you in old man silence. It's nice to take a break from being inside there. Less than an hour later, the truck pulls up. Johnny exits the car, slamming the door harder than he needs to. He's about your age, but much more fit. It must be from carrying furniture around all the time. He's smoking a cigarette as he walks up to the house. Johnny nods at you and you nod back. Midwestern wordless hellos go a long way. Okay, let's get this going. I'm about ready for a nap. He gets to his feet slowly. You and the old man go back inside first, and Johnny stands outside finishing his smoke. The old man walks over to the dining room table. We should start with this. It's an antique for sure. I could sell it for quite a lot. Your cut would probably be around $5,000 depending on the bidding. Wow. Yep. It's from the 1890s from what I can tell. The wood is hand carved and your family has treated it well. When you were a kid, this was the family hangout spot. You have a lot of memories around the table. Some of them good at least. Could buy a few tables with that. This table should stay. Bitch, come on! This is your family's table. You narrow your eyes, your vision feels cloudy. Take it. You open your mouth to talk, but the wrong words come out. I don't think I can let you have this one. Is it the money? I can take a smaller finder's fee if you want. You look at the table and imagine moving the items off it so they can take it. A pit forms in the bottom of your stomach. You almost feel like throwing up, but you hold back. Shit! No, I need it to stay. It feels wrong, but the idea of the table being somewhere else. Okay, I respect that. He walks back to the front door and peeks his head through. Johnny, you ready? The two men start walking through the house. You follow them around and let them take some end tables and the toaster. His son takes pictures of the table anyway. It makes you feel weird that he's doing it. The old man takes a look at your sister's old room. So, the dresser, nightstand, and the bed frame are all probably from the 1920s. You know how hard it is to find solid wood furniture now? Boy, do I. You have no idea, really. I think the furniture was my dad's. I believe this was his childhood bedroom. So, he's dead. Go ahead. They begin collecting the furniture. The old man is surprisingly strong, and neither of the men ask for your help. Once the bed frame is out of Paige's room, it feels surprisingly empty. They leave the mattress, and you keep it on the floor. You walk the two men to the door. I'll let you know when the pieces sell. Call me if you change your mind about the table. Johnny, who had said nothing this whole time, gives you a full, genuine smile as he lights up a cigarette. He walks to the car, and the old man stands staring at you awkwardly. Yeah? His eyes are intensely looking into yours. This is not normal for someone from Illinois to make such direct eye contact. But he's not sure if he wants to speak. You can feel it. You okay? He reaches out to shake your hand. You grab his and the grip is tighter than you expect. But he doesn't look away. He speaks under his breath. Sir, can you say that again? Someone die here? What do you mean? Did someone die in this house? I can't remember. Mine's a little less of a steel trap than it was in my youth. I just feel something. He continues quietly, barely moving his lips. You can just make out the words. Deep sadness. It wants to be free. Let it out. Why is it here? He finally looks down. You're not sure how to react. You start by dropping his hand. He turns from you immediately and starts walking briskly away. The old man speaks over his shoulder towards you. Thanks, kiddo. I'll let you know when your items sell. He hops in the passenger seat of the truck and Johnny drives off. Once back inside, you stare into the space for minutes before you realize you're doing it. Today's been very productive, but you don't feel tired. Just dissociated. You want to eat, but the roller coaster your stomach has been on over the past few hours makes it seem impossible. The sun is beginning to set. It must be past 5 p.m. You could call your sister to try and get more information from her. Her memories might be better, and she lived here much longer than you did. Or, since you're here, you could just go down to the basement and see if something happens. Call your sister. I don't trust the thing in the basement. You decide to call Paige before you try and communicate with whatever it is downstairs. The phone rings twice and she picks up. What's up? She sounds a little concerned. Ask about spirits. Did you ever feel like there were spirits in the house? What do you mean? There's something in here with me, girl. It's talking to me. There's something here with me. Do you think it's sinister? No? But it's talked to me. Talk to you? Like, you heard voices? Sounds kind of scary. Just a little. You know, I never had any supernatural experiences there. I don't think Dad believed in ghosts. No, not that I can remember. My mom doesn't. I don't remember anything in particular happening to me. It's an old house. Could have had people die in it before. It's been in our family a very long time, so maybe. You know, the old man asked me about that. He asked about dead people at our house? Yeah, when he left, it was really, really strange. He was whispering some creepy shit to me. Like, he's a murderer creepy, or I want to date you creepy. Paige! What? What did he say? He said it wants to be free. She's at a loss for words. No jokes for once. I got nothing. That sounds awful. In my experience, though, I've never talked to ghosts or anything. Over the phone, you can faintly hear someone opening a door. Well, if you feel like something is there with you, stay safe. Leave if you need to. I know we're not close, but I can't have you getting killed. Mom will be upset. Thanks, I think. Ask other questions? Do you remember Dad eating a lot of Spam? Oh god, no. Mom would have been disgusted with it, there's no way. I know he loved those Vienna sausages, but Mom only let him eat them on holidays. I remember now. He'd wrap them in bacon and put brown sugar on them. Yeah. You hear her make a gagging noise. You okay? I just don't want to think about them. Why Spam, though? He's got a ton of cans of it down there. I'll probably donate them to St. John's Methodist. Please do. Disgusting family heirloom. Dad just passed down trauma through potted meat. That's not the only way, but it's a big one. What do you remember about the dining room table? It's a wooden table. I guess it's a medium color wood? It's always been in the dining room. Mom and Dad would force us to have dinner every night at 6 p.m. It's one of the only times I remember Dad actually coming up from the basement regularly. It's worth a lot of money. Yeah, I assume it's really old. She's quiet for a long time. How much? Over 5,000. Oh, could buy a few new tables for that. Or maybe get a second opinion. Maybe it's worth more. Yeah, there's a problem though. I mean, Dad died. There's a lot of problems. Paige, please. Sorry. I'm serious. Some old man who knew Dad or something came over to buy the table. He offered to take it and sell it at his antique store. Okay. Did he not have a big enough truck? He brought his son with their company truck, and I wanted to tell him he could take it, but I couldn't. Why not? My mouth wouldn't let me say the words. I felt something stop me. Like a feeling in your stomach or something? It wasn't me. Could be a spirit or something. The house always gave me an unearthly vibe. Oh, maybe. Did I ever tell you about the time I swear I heard Dad talking to someone in the basement when Mom was gone? He talked to himself a lot. No, I heard another voice, though. Oh, well, that's peculiar. Oh, there you go again, talking like you're from the 1950s. Who says peculiar like that? A lot of people, Paige. Shut up. I'm sorry. You felt weird about the table. It's normal to do things you wouldn't expect when grieving. You gotta try and be nicer to yourself. I'm trying. Remember when Scotty died? Yeah? You didn't want to throw away his collar for a while. I remember I found it in the back of your nightstand. Oh, why were you looking through my nightstand? I think you hid the TV remote or something? Yeah, probably. I did manage to give them your old bedroom furniture. Mine? I promise I'll give you half of what it sells for. Okay, but please ask me if you get rid of anything else from my room. Sure. There are other questions? Do you know why Dad had so many water clarity related supplies in the basement? I never went down there. You know he didn't let us down there. Well, there's buckets in the basement full of pH balancers and water softeners, tubs of something called Instant Ocean, a ton of water filters for a full house filtration system, like boxes of lye? Filters lye? I don't know any of those things. I don't know how any of those things work. I'm just a little girl. Please stop asking me questions. Paige, no. Paige, I'm gonna hang up if you keep talking like that. Okay. Maybe he was filtering the water to do something. I don't get it. Soap. Prepping. Maybe a saltwater aquarium? Seems like it from what you say. But I don't know where it was if he did. I remember the water quality being really horrible. If he was using these things, he was very bad at doing it right. You know, he had a bunch of weird hobbies and he wasn't good at most of them. All of those ham radios were half busted. Oh, if you went down there, did you see any of the Christmas ornaments? No, I didn't look for them. Man, really, the only thing I'm looking for is that ceramic ornament they made of my foot. I don't remember that. We somehow lost it when Mom and Dad divorced. I haven't seen it in a few years. If you find it, I want it. Have you ever seen the family tree Dad has? Oh, no. Did you find it in the basement? Because you know, if it was down there, I obviously haven't seen it. It mostly traces the whole Blate family, the whole Blate line. That's the focal point of it. You and Sandra are on there. But what about your mom? Yeah, she's there, but doesn't trace past her parents. It also only goes back to Roger Holblate. Isn't he the one who built the house? It goes me, Dad, Grandpa, Charles, and then Roger, yeah. I think I realized what bothers me. A lot. No shit. But also, why is our family spread out so much? The Southern Illinois weather fucking sucks. Oh, trust me, I know there's a reason I moved away. But there's something else. Everyone moves somewhere warm. Everyone moves to a body of water. Oh. Everyone moves to a body of water. I guess you're right. Not sure what that would signify, though. Also, another weird thing is that I think you're the only girl in Generations. So, I'm special. I'm just a little girl. We need to digitize the tree when you get a chance. Sure, I can do that. Do you remember Abby? No. Do you? No, I don't know an Abby. I found Dad's journal and her name was in it. He said he was trying to get me to come home so that I could take over taking care of her. Yeah, I don't know or remember anyone named Abby. He also wrote some weird stuff in there about forcing you and Sandra to leave. What do you mean? He said he had to stop hiding and that he had to get you both to leave. Gay? I don't think that was it. I don't ever remember Dad mentioning anyone named Abby. Like, ever. He also kept talking about things like contract or mission. There were logs from every day about temperatures and other numbers I didn't understand. You lost me there. I don't know anything. I just thought he was having a midlife crisis, Paige. Well, who the fuck knows? I just don't get it. Maybe Abby was an acronym? Maybe he had an affair? Could be, but why? I don't know. I don't know. You take a deep breath and close your eyes. You don't like yelling. You don't want to yell. I don't know. I'm tired. Just relax. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You rack your brain to come up with anything else, but you come up with nothing. I should go. Hey, have you heard from Uncle Roy? Haven't talked to him in years. You know, when Mom and I moved here, we used to spend a lot of time with Uncle Roy. The investments he made really paid off. His house is huge and it's right on the beach. It was a little weird to see him so much, but when Dad died, he stopped answering my calls. I went over to check on him yesterday. That was when I decided to send you dinner. What did he say? He was concerned that you might not want the house. To him, it's really important that it stays in the family. You should call him. Sure. Thanks. I know you're busy right now, but just sometime soon. It's fine. I have some more stuff I want to do today. Okay. I think you might need a break, though. Yeah, probably. Bye. Bye. It's grown dark, and you pace around the living room. The only thing that feels right at this point is to go into the basement. Your heart feels as if it's twisting as it beats. Even your arm starts to hurt, like maybe you're having a heart attack right in front of this door? You force yourself to touch the handle. It's cold. You try and turn it, and it won't open. You push the door with the full weight of your body once, and nothing happens. So you do it again. And of course, it unsticks. And you have to stop yourself from falling down the stairs. Your voice catches in your throat as you call into the darkness. Please speak if you can. I'm here, darling. Please, come here. You reach for the switch and flip it. You step down the stairs slowly. The temperature seems to drop dramatically. You wish you had Grandma's blanket from the couch. At the bottom of the stairs, you force yourself to speak again. Do you have form? I do. Whoa, Catherine? Or are you just making yourself look like my mother? You start to see something corporealizing in front of you. It starts looking like a blob, and then it takes shape. It grows legs and arms and a soft face. Your eyes look back at you. But something is different. A face you've only ever seen in photos before. There's no way. It does look like your mom. The mom you never met. You start to feel a heat that climbs up your neck to your scalp. You breathe faster. It, the ghost of your mother, hangs in the air before you. When you move your head from side to side, the shape shifts. But it is unmistakably the woman from the photos. You feel compelled to speak. You need to know. Ask her a question. Ask her who she is. Who are you? Someone who loves you. Someone who has loved you for years. I have known you since before you were born. But me, I am afraid to tell you. You try and focus on her face. Tell me the truth. Did you die here? I do not know if I would call it that. She puts her hands over her face. You hear a faint sound of haggard breath which feels impossible for a ghost. When she speaks again, it's quieter. I do love you. I have prayed that you would come back for me. But worst of all, I cannot answer your question. Why not? Her shape shimmers and changes. Can she tell you're connected? I want to, but telling you will change everything. It will taint your childhood, your relationship with your father and his father. It's already pretty tainted. What are you? What do you think I am? You would ask me that. Put the onus on me so that when I guess incorrectly, you can be like, that's right, good job. A hallucination. Do not lie to me. Could a hallucination be this strong? I'm worried I'm losing my mind. You are not. I'm real and I will help you. You think she's smiling at you. The face warps and contorts. It's almost scary, but your heart is already racing. But it doesn't matter what I am, does it? I am here. I have been here in this house for so long. As you try and think of what to say next, you feel a hand stroke your cheek. Pull away. Though it feels warm and kind, you lean away. You have no idea how hot it can get. How is she doing this if she has no form? Ask what she wants. I need your help. I am trapped here. You have to help me. You look directly into her shape, trying to figure out what she is. You can't shake the feeling that she must be your mom, but you can see in her face sometimes... What you can see in her face sometimes looks like your own. You seem so familiar. I'm not surprised. I promise I have always been here. You're starting to feel relaxed, even through the fear. She shimmers. Her face seems to be pleading. I cannot leave. I cannot care for myself. Only you can help me. This is really scary. How is this happening? Dad died, and now I'm being confronted by my... We don't know she's your mom. We don't know she's your mom. I don't trust ghost mothers or sirens. She makes me think of like an anglerfish. The fact that he has like... Okay, it's a saltwater tank. Anglerfish dangle something in front of you that is supposed to lure you in. That's what it makes me think of. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Dad died, and now I'm being confronted by my mom's ghost in the basement of our family house. I admit, I am also scared that you will not understand. Mothers do that too. Ooh. Hey, my mother was great. My mother is great. Let's not put the was on there. Let's not put that out in reality. You must trust me now. I guarantee that I can make the fear go away. I don't like you saying that. I can make all your pains and anxieties go away. I really don't like you saying that. This is one of my specialties. I'll fix all of this for you. She looks directly into your eyes. Fucking look away, man. I don't trust it. Your eyes flick away almost instinctively. The hairs on your arms stand up. The room spins a little. You close your eyes for a beat until you feel stable. Please look at me. Do not look at her. As you search the void to the bottom, you can feel a calmness wash over you. You're not sure if it's because you've had a few minutes to get used to this or if it's something else. No, as you continue to stand eye to eye with her, as much as that's possible with the ghost, you start to feel euphoric. Do not stop looking at her! It's not like being drunk. There's no nausea or shakiness. It reminds you of just falling asleep under a heated blanket. The vibe of the room seems to shift. Whatever she's doing to you starts she's gonna eat us! In some metaphorical way. Whatever she is doing to you starts building slowly from something gentle caressing your skin to electricity on the back of your neck and shoulder blades. As the tingling travels down your body, it feels like vines growing, encircling every inch of your arms, legs, and torso. A faint breeze blows, and you smell San Diego. Faintly salty air, surf wax, sage. You can hear a hum on a frequency that sounds like blood rushing through your ears, like the static of ocean waves. The feeling takes over your whole body. At this point, your knees grow weak, but you manage to stand and continue to look at her. Time stays at a standstill. You feel your mind unravel with enjoyment for longer than expected. Solace. Refuge. A haven. Slowly you become more alert again. You feel your toes in your socks, your arms against your sides. It feels exhilarating, addicting. What did you do to me? Be patient. I will explain. I'm gonna burn the house down. You will explain now. But something's changed. You know deeply in your heart that she will not hurt you. No, she needs us. She clearly needs us. That's why she's not gonna hurt us. And I'm not touching her. I will fight. You feel vaguely satisfied in her answers, but you're not sure why. Because she's brainwashing you. Can you trust your ears, your eyes, your mind? You feel close to hyperventilating. Something is scratching in the back of your brain. And then she speaks again. You hear her more clearly than ever before. This is not how I wanted this to happen. This is not what I did last time. But because we are here now, I do not have another option. Please give me the time to explain. Okay. Although you're terrified, you wait for her to talk. You take a deep breath. Something washes over you. The smell of Midwestern summer, pine and rain and honeysuckle. The orange soap from the bathroom upstairs. The taste of honey butter and fresh picked corn. You almost start to get taken away by pleasure again. Wait, focus. Please listen carefully. You try and stay aware, but you feel buzzed. It feels like drinking a cold, light beer on a porch in July. You shake your head at trying to listen to her. I know you deeply like a mother would. How could you know me? From your youth. It is true, you were not aware of this, but I have been in this house since before you were born. I remember you as a child. I watched you grow. I pushed you away for your own safety. I made you leave so you could do so much more. You made me hate this place? Why? I had to do it so that you were not here. I'm sorry, though. It worked too well. We couldn't get you back here, no matter how hard he tried. And now this is less than ideal, but it's the only way. Your body feels overwhelmed and tired. It's not a painful exhaustion. It feels blissful and relaxed. But you need to sit down in your dad's desk chair. If this is your mom, she must be dead. How could you even help her? Is her body down here somewhere? Yes, it is. And I cannot get out. Wait, I didn't say that out loud. Can you read my mind? It is surprising you did not realize from what I just did to you. I've had a lot going on these past few days, so if I'm slow to catch on or something, please be nice to me. Before I agree to help you, I need to know something. Are you Abby? The form swirls more than before, almost in anger. I hate that name. I understand I look like your mother, Catherine. She makes a noise, almost like a sound of pain. Can ghosts feel pain? Unfortunately, I must be honest now. Your mother used to live here, but she has been gone for many years. I felt no deeper sadness in any person than in your dad when she left. She saw things she should not have seen. Did you read all of your dad's journals? Did you know what happened? She knew about me. She should not have known I was here. Your mom rightfully left. When she found out about my suffering, she could not bear it anymore. Your dad would not let her take you. He clung to you, hoping she would return. This is why I assumed he was so afraid to tell you. So why pretend? I knew you would like this form. I know how much you wished you knew her, and I hoped you would accept me if you thought I was her. Please forgive me. The ghost... Oh, I'm sorry. I could come to you in any form you wanted. Visions like this do not have to look like my body. Where is your body? Are you buried here? Yes, I am close by. I desperately need you to come to me. No one else can do it. Okay. Can you back up a little? You sense how pathetic and weak this spirit is. She needs you to come to her aid. You have to help her move on from whatever is holding her here. You notice now that since you've been talking, her image has been growing softer. She's fading from consciousness, and you can't be sure how much longer you can talk to her. Do not worry. I'm not going to surrender into nothingness just yet. I'm growing extremely tired, though. We may need to come back tomorrow to continue on so I can get some rest. That's fine. I'm also exhausted. You know, hours have passed, and it must be close to midnight. Part of you is still reeling from the revelations you've had tonight, that this ghost, with her power to make you feel such strong pleasure and comfort, has been in this house since before you were born. Your dad knew. Your mom knew. And that's why she left. But who put her here? Who killed this woman? Have you decided yet if you will save me? Sure. I'll save you. Provided it doesn't mean that I'm stuck here forever. But I need something from you first. What is it? Never mind. She looks at you with a concerned face, or so it seems. Whatever fear she felt at the thoughts in your head is visible in her posture. Once you take care of me, I can give you as much of that as you'd like. I don't want it! For now, though, you need to get into the basement. We are in the basement? No, my dear. The real basement. I need you to check behind the shelf with the boxes on the back wall. You pull the shelf away from the wall, knocking over a few boxes along the way. Nothing glass seems to have shattered, so you'll worry about it later. Once the shelf is moved, you realize there are scratch marks on the floor. If you had pushed it to the left, it would have easily moved. Behind the wall is a small door locked with a chain. You could possibly break this open, but it would be easier to find the key. I do not believe he left it down here, typically. It's probably on his keyring. That would make sense. The keys are upstairs. Do not worry now. We both must rest. It has been all of my effort to stay present the past few days. When she speaks, her voice is faint. Please do not leave the house. The farther you get away from me down here, the harder it is to sense you. Okay, I'll come back tomorrow morning. Please do. I know you're scared, but I promise again that I cannot rest until you've come back. You stand from the chair shakily. Climbing the stairs proves to you how tired your legs are. You hold onto the railing with a strong grip as you slowly move up, but some energy returns as you clear the top step and close the basement door. With the door shut, you notice your mind feels sharper than ever. You hadn't noticed that you'd been in a fog the past few days, but looking back, there's been something crawling in your skull, quietly taking over your thoughts. The old man must have felt it too. Whatever she is, she's been infecting your house for years. The thought that you've moved away from your family because of her doing, and yet she's in need of your help? She's so powerful, but yet so weak. You sit down at the dining room table and put your hands on the hardwood floor. On the hardwood. It's cold, in fact. You realize the house is cold. Before you get up, you look over at the lockbox. Still unsure of the code, but you might as well try something. You put in the combination Abby. You pull down the lock. It stays closed. Motherfucker! You aren't sure if you'll have another chance to do this. Dad should have made this information easier to get. Now you have too much to do and not enough time. You brush your teeth with your eyes closed. You crawl on the couch in your clothes. Grandma's blanket. I should have saved! I should have saved, scummed! God damn it! Oh, it's whatever. Grandma's blanket feels soft and warm over your shoulders in the cold house. You fall asleep without even turning on the TV. All right, 1 second. One moment. All right, Sin said should be ready in 20-ish, about 20 minutes ago. So we're gonna save the game and get ready. Where's my save stuff? There it is. There we go. I was not expecting it to be this long. I do like it though. I like it a lot.